We're not letting another year go by of you having the same goals and not hitting them. So, welcome back to part two of the new series, The Great Lock In. This is a sprint from September 1st through December 31st. We are locking in on certain goals and aspects of our lives. Not only can it help you reach your goals, but can also skyrocket your confidence, your self belief, and help you build some discipline. So, the big question I keep getting is like, okay, well, how do I plan this out? Like, how do I actually do this? The good news is it's not like 75 hard where there's specific things you have to do every single day without fail. So instead, I've built mine around weekly planning versus daily because our lives are hectic and our day to day can be so different. So we can still accomplish our goals in an efficient way without burning out. Now, to give you an example, I'm going to share my goals for the Great Lock In. I'm very nervous to say these out loud, but let's do it. So the first one is decluttering my home. And so for me, I broke that down week by week. I wrote out all the areas of my home that I wanted to declutter. Some areas will get 2 weeks, some areas will only get one. My second goal, the scariest one, is I want to hit 100,000 followers on Instagram, which is about 25,000 more than I need to get in the next 17 weeks. So I sat down with my planning guide that I created and built out, well, what do I need to do each week to make that happen? And it looked like having more face to camera videos, having more intentional collaborations, diversifying my content styles a little bit to reach new audiences. Finally, for like health and fitness, I've been prioritizing weight loss all year, but now we're in marathon training season. I have hopefully 2 marathons that I'll be running this fall. So instead of focusing on weight loss, I want to focus on strength as well as eating more meals at home. And so I've kind of planned out what I need to do each week to make that happen. So my formula is pretty simple. Figure out what the big picture goal is, identify what steps you need to take in order to get there, and then map that out on a weekly basis so that you have a game plan to follow. Now, to make this easy for you, I created a planning guide as well as a Notion template. So the planning guide will help you get all the goals out of your head onto paper in a way that's really plain and clear and makes sense. And then the Notion template will help you manage on a day-to-day basis. I thought long and hard about how to make this like extremely intentional for you guys. And I also wanted it to be accessible. So it's $9. Now, if you're somebody who's really serious about the Great Lock-In and you want some really intentional community, I've created a private community where we're going to do weekly check-ins. I'm going to be hosting private live broadcasts and conversations. And there's also different chats for you guys to dig into so that you can hold each other accountable and have some really good conversation. The private community will also include the $9 guide. So if you're going to do the community, you don't need to buy the guide because it's inside of it. Again, I wanted to make it super accessible. So it's $50 one time, and that will get you access from now until the end of the year. And finally, if you're somebody who isn't necessarily needing that like deep sense of community, but you just want some like light encouragement here and there, then you can join my free broadcast channel on my Instagram page. Listen, regardless of how you decide to approach the Great Lock-In of 2025, I'm so excited for you. I know firsthand how impactful a good sprint can be and like how it can just radically change the way that you move through life.